Alright, the last video cut off unexpectedly. But after our little encounter, me and Rocky, the neighborhood dog, I got Brutus. Teigan's home from school and he's helping. He's got Patches. Our last two dogs here to walk today for our 1.5 miles. 2018 Groundhogs Day. Huh? Yep. Yeah, we're going the whole 1.5 miles, buddy. All the rest of them got it, so these ones will too. Our two old dogs. Brutus was born in 2010, so he's pushing 8 years this March. I think he's actually born on the 24th or 27th, one of those two. Shares a birthday with Tyler, if I'm not mistaken, which is, I think, the 27th. But there's Teigan and Patches. It's almost rush hour. 2:40. It's probably 3 o'clock now. Teigan just home, so I got a half an hour to get around this lap here before Corbin gets off the bus. Anything you want to say, Teigan? You want to say anything? No? Oh. Don't let these two get into it. I don't think they would, but you never know. They have tried before. Most of our dogs are pretty friendly towards each other, given the exception of Patches there and Dessa. They do not like each other. They haven't since they were little. Since Dessa was little, I should say. Patches was probably about 3 or 4 when we got Dessa, and Dessa was a pup. And from the first time they saw each other, they didn't like each other. They got to be kept apart. Any responsible owner that has more than one of these dogs knows that the tendencies of them and the possibilities of them not getting along is greater than them getting along. You know? So sometimes you just got to keep them separated. Well, shout out there to that old band, Offspring. Gotta love them. Wonder what they was talking about. They must have been having some bulldogs back then. You gotta keep them separated. But anyhow, here we go. Brutus pissing on every tree in the lane. Me trying to keep up with this kid up here that's on the move. You don't have half the gear I have on either. Just got home from school and Dad recruited him straight to dogs. That it saves me a trip. Battery life on the cell phone, because I can knock 2 dog videos out in one setting. As you can see though, pace kind of varies between the dogs. Some of them like to go around a little quicker, depending on who they have behind them. kind of activity we're doing. I get a little speed burst here and there. It's real important to keep their hearts healthy. Keep them moving. I'm Bruty. Yeah, just let him go ahead, buddy. Teigan John, TJ Jr., we'll say. My little helper. He's always willing to help me. Corbin's a little bit too small yet. The dogs kind of pull him around, so he's being smart and not really too thrilled about walking him yet, so they can actually hold on to him. Which I don't blame him. But Tyler, Dessa's owner, my stepson, he's into high school now. Be damned if a little shit isn't driving. He's got his permit and he's learning how to drive. I'm betting that he'd probably have his driver's license for the first time before I got mine back. And I'm betting I'm gonna be right. But all we can do is keep trying. Ain't too many steps away from going to see what they say soon here. Brutus, what are you doing, bud? Come on. But he knows we're not on the bike, and he sees I'm videotaping, so he's wandering me off path a little bit here. I'm just letting him. Sometimes you gotta let them lead the way. Catch up with Teigan Brute. There we go. There's old Patches. Good girl. Old Broody. A lot of the dogs on our yard are brindle and white, or red and white. Pretty much all we got now. Had some other dogs in the past, a couple black ones. One that was pretty much a solid brindle. One that was blue, gray, silver, whatever the hell color you want to call it. And a couple other piebald ones here and there. That's what I call patches, mainly white with just some patch. Can be anything from red, black, brindle, tri-color patches, any of that. But I call it a piebald dog if it's a base white tone coat, undercoat, whatever. And then it's like Brutus here. The brindles on our yard, you can see he's more of the brown undercoat with the black striping versus his sister that's more of a darker version. The black base coat and the little fine brown striping. So there is variations in the pattern of the brindle. And I got it here both, a couple, 3 different versions of it on my own yard. So it's not that I breed 4-color. I'm just noticing that the offspring that have the same color as their parents seem to be more like those parents. And then you'll have to really, really look, depending on what you got and what you're breeding, to find the ones that are going to have that best of both of them, you know what I mean? And I don't know if it's going to be easy to tell that within 5 weeks, you know, 10, or even 20 weeks. Some of these characteristics don't really start coming about until later on, after a year, you'll start to notice the dog find itself and start to do different things. And, now, let's just go, for instance, raise your leg when you piss, you know, like most male dogs do. They, around that year mark, they tend to start doing that, sniffing around a lot more, marking territories. Come on. Alright, buddy, you're taking too long. Let's go. Teigan's a half a block ahead of us. Come on. Yep, piss on your bush. Let's go. You gotta catch up to Teigan again. Good job with this plan. Whew. But it's important to get the kids involved, you know. Can't really force the dogs on them, but you can hope that they enjoy them as much as you do. See how close that guy came? Now you gotta pay attention here. Walking these guys around this fucking industrial park. But it's already noticing here about a minute longer with these two than Rocky. We still got to go around the neighborhood yet. There's Patches running for the possum. She's gonna grab it. Look at her. It's already dead, girl. Let go. Grab it. She's gonna carry. Hell no. Tell her to drop it. Drop it, girl. Hey, come here. Bring her over here, buddy. Get her. Hey. Well, like I said, you might have to get the damn stick out. Nope. Not this time. Sorry, all you animal rights activists out there. There's a couple guys out here walking their dog. You never know what they're gonna do. They run, pull him over to the possum, try to carry it home. Crazy girl, Patches. But the battery's running low. Got 13 minutes so far. We're gonna jump off here. Thanks for watching our Groundhog Day videos. I'll see you next time. Happy weekend, happy Friday, all that good stuff. Out.